guys, I'm SMD here, and welcome back again to another video. And today I am in FNAF4 Right. And you guys are probably wondering, why am I here? Why am I in FNAF4 Right? And the answer is pretty simple. That's actually because I wanted to kind of match my theory videos of whatever location I talk about to be at Z location. And today's theory is on FNAF 3, and you know, old game, yada 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 yada. I have a theory. And I know theories are kind of meh now. They're not really theories I do anymore. But this is a theory that I'm pretty sure that you guys are going to find pretty interesting. I came up with this, but I want you guys to hear about it. This starts out with, as you guys all know, the box. Now, the box I'm going to just talk about later. I just want you guys to keep the box in mind. Now, in 5 Minutes of Freddy's 3, in 5 Minutes of Freddy's 3, there is a mode called Nightmare Mode. Now, you know, you get the end screen when you beat Night 5, all that kind of stuff. You get the end, basically. It says the end or bad end. And so far, it seems like the timeline's going on the end, like the normal ending. But there's something I wanted to kind of clarify, I guess you can say. And it's that, in Nightmare Mode is the true end in the 5 Minutes of Freddy's 3. That is the official ending. That is where the game ends off. And technically, in the 5 Minutes of Freddy's timeline, it burns. The newspaper that says it burns is the last thing that we ever see in the 5 Minutes of Freddy's story. Is that FNAF4 Right burned to the ground? Like this place right here that I'm in right now, burned to the ground, and everything was basically burned except for a few objects, in which I want to explain. Now, there's a few things I have a question about, and it's, why is it called Nightmare Mode? That's the thing it's pretty interesting. Now, Scott did say that 2020 mode he did call Nightmare Mode, but Springtrap on Nightmare Mode isn't 2020. The Phantom Door Night 20, it isn't 2020 mode. Nightmare Aggressive Mode is the 2020 mode, and even then I don't think it's as hard. Now, with that being said, though, with that being said, Nightmare Mode with that, I feel like the word nightmare has a significant point. There's an animatronic called Nightmare. FNAF 4, the whole game is a nightmare. The nightmares were on all the teasers. FNAF 3, there's a mode called Nightmare. I really do feel like Nightmare plays a big role in this. And I think Nightmare is going to have a role with the box. Now, the reason why I brought up the It Burns newspaper is for one fact. In the end of FNAF 3, if you brighten up the It Burns newspaper, Springtrap is hidden in it. If you brighten it up, he is hiding in it. This is old news, by the way. We knew about this since the game basically came out. But we didn't know why. We thought FNAF 4 was going to have, you know, FNAF4 Right 2, the new and improved FNAF4 Right with Springtrap again. No, that isn't what happened at all. That is not what happened. And I think that the box somehow correlated with Springtrap mysteriously being alive and the place mysteriously burning down. They don't know why it burned down. They just assumed that it was due to faulty wiring. So I do feel like the box, in some way or form, has some significance. Now, there's also something interesting too about the box, and I know that it was somehow in the house. Someone brightened up the left hall where Bonnie's at, and there's the box. It's in the far end of the hallway. But why is it there? I don't even know if that is the box, but it looks like it. But my question is, what significance does the box, or I should say chest really, has? And this is something that we've been thinking about for a while now, and we don't know what the significance is. Now, Scott Calton did say the DLC or whatever he has planned isn't going to expand FNAF 4, which if that's the case, it's an update for FNAF 4. If it's not expanding FNAF 4, then obviously FNAF 4 isn't going to be getting an update. Rather, instead, he might update one of the older games, FNAF 1, 2, and 3. And more than likely, I think it's going to be the third game or the first game. And this is why I think exactly so. Now, the reason why I think it might be the first game is because it's the first game. It's where the game started, and it has, I think, the most sales. So more people would be most likely to get it. Granted, there are some people who don't have the first game and have like the second or third game, but that's beside the point. Then there's the second game that might get updated, and with that being said, it would have to be a new game entirely. It would be the place maybe before the FNAF 2 location. That might be it. FNAF 1, I still have no clue. I have no idea. And FNAF 3, it might be something related to the box somehow. That I don't know. We do know that Springtrap is still alive. We do know whatever items are left were sold at an auction. So what I'm kind of telling you guys here is that the box is something more important than just having something inside of it. There's something inside of the box that is possessed by it. Realistically, if FNAF4 Right did burn down, Springtrap would have burned with it. A live person inside of it or not, well, by alive, I mean a possessed. Possessed or not, he would have burned. He would have been unusable, and he would have been trash. So, there is something, and there definitely is something special about that box, and I really do feel like it's been through every location that we've been playing the game, and that's, for the box might have something inside of it that has basically, I guess you can say, give them life. For instance, maybe something related to the puppet. I don't know. This box is, judging from if the hallway is the box, it's about the size of halfway of a grandfather clock, which is like 6 feet tall. So the box is 3 feet. So maybe the puppet's in there, but like folded up maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. And this is the confusing thing, is that we don't know. And Scott said that perhaps some secrets are left forgotten for now. And that's the thing that I really don't understand. And I'm going to get the comments that say, it's not going to be a DLC for the older games. But he did say it's not going to be a prequel, a sequel, or anything expanding the 4th game. And it's also not going to be FNAF 5. But if he does update one of the older games, it's not a prequel or a sequel, because they're already games that existed. So that's why I think he might update one of the older games, like FNAF 3, for example. And besides, with that being said too, a lot of people complained that the 3rd game was empty. A lot of people complained that the 3rd game was bad. So I do feel like that he might update the 3rd game to feel more alive, or more important, I should say. Because the FNAF 3 game was important. And I'm not saying it wasn't, like, just because the gameplay itself wasn't the best, it has to be one of the most important Five Nights at Freddy's games there has been. And the reason why I say that is because they've revealed so much story. The gameplay wasn't the best, but the story, the lore, everything about it was really important. And that's why I think FNAF 3 is one of the most important games. Granted, it's not the best game. Definitely not the best in my opinion. I think it's my least favorite. But the lore in this game and the mini games and stuff have to be my favorite in this game. And that's the thing I like about this game so much, is the lore. And that's why I like the 3rd game. The 3rd game has lore in it. I don't like the gameplay of the 3rd game, but that doesn't mean I like the characters, that doesn't mean I like the environment, and it doesn't mean I don't like the lore. I like everything about the game except for the gameplay. That's my opinion about it. But with that being said, I do feel like the game is going to receive an update, whether, like I said, it's the 1st game or the 3rd game are my 2 most likely candidates. I don't think it's going to be the 4th game, because he did say that it's not going to expand FNAF 4. So, my question to you guys is, what do you guys want Scott to do if he does expand FNAF 3? Let's say it is FNAF 3. No, ignore FNAF 1 for now. That's for another video. Ignore FNAF 1. Say if it's going to expand FNAF 3, what do you guys want in it? And what do you guys want to see in FNAF 3 once it gets updated to have more stuff and more features? That's if it does. That's not guaranteed. That's if it does go along with my theory. Because honestly, I would like to see Springtrap get a little upgrade, in my opinion. Because I'm not the one to brag, but I'm pretty sure Springtrap can't fight me. I'm joking. He'd probably beat me up. But, yeah, that's really it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure you guys slap the like button down below. And if you guys are new to my channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button as well to get updated for future videos and posts on the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing day. Peace out. Have a good one, guys. Stay awesome.